The price we pay for loving someone so much is the pain of grief when they're gone. My dad was great. He was in a good mood. He was happy. At around 3:45 in the morning, someone who's worked for my family for probably 30 years now was knocking on my door. And when I looked through my window and I saw it was him, I just knew. And I was informed that my father had passed. Feeling sad and frustrated and angry. And there was a level of like, okay, he's not suffering anymore. You know, he's not struggling. There was all sorts of stuff going around about my dad being, going to Switzerland and some, was going to euthanize himself. And this was all planned. And it was not. Absolutely not. That is categorically untrue and ridiculous. And he was so happy that he did the show, and he was happy to spend more time in England. He wanted to spend more time with my kids. I wish he was still here. I wish he was still with us all, but he was having a rough go, and I think people saw that at the show. No one expected it to happen as quickly as it did. As overwhelming as it can be with the outpour of love and people reaching out, it's also been really validating because I know, my dad was a special guy and he meant a lot to a lot of people. He was loved. He was loved so much. I shared this at my father's funeral. There's an interview with Keanu Reeves. They asked him, what do you think happens when you die? Keanu Reeves' answer was, I don't know what happens when you die, but what I do know is the people that love you miss you the most. I felt that. A friend, a text buddy, a joke cracker. I was so lucky. I am so grateful that he was my father. He was deeply complicated. He was funny and weird and awkward and clumsy and hilarious and so insightful. I think my father was probably one of the most deliberate people you've ever come across. And people may have thought he was checked out, but, most of the time he wanted you to think he was checked out. But he was very aware, always. He got to say goodbye. He got to thank his fans. He got to see his friends he hadn't seen in such a long time. He got to perform. I was shocked at the outpouring of love. People that sent cards and did posts, and whether they laid flowers up at the Birmingham Bridge or dropped them off at the house. We saw it all. Read all the letters. Crack really inappropriate jokes at times because Lord knows my dad would have. Thank you to everyone, and let everyone know that the family is doing okay, doing what we can to support each other and love each other. And Ozzy Osbourne does not end because he passed away on July 22nd. He's exploding through the universe. We're all seeing it. Thank you for the love, and we love you, and we'll be back to normal programming soon.